Hello, I'm Riley here. I'm one of the guides up at Lake Trails. I've been there for 2 previous summers and would have been there this summer. Today I'm going to try and walk you through kind of the process of getting firewood and then just kind of how to start a fire and a little bit of the different types of fires you can make when you're up north in the hills. Alright, so once you get to your campsite, there's kind of 3 main things you want to work on. You want to get everything out of the canoes and kind of packed away. You want to start setting up your tent, and then you want to get firewood. When you're looking for firewood, stuff that you're looking for is dead fall. It's dead, so it fell. And with that, you're going to be looking for dead, dry, and down. Alright, so I'm here out in the woods. I found a stick that'll be nice for firewood. It was on the ground. It's relatively long, but you can break it up into some good pieces. It is between the size of my thumb and my wrist because we're going to be emphasizing cooking bonfires. Alright, so we got a nice big stick here. One of the great parts of this is I can kind of show you the 3 various sizes of when you're breaking your firewood. First, you kind of have the tip of stuff, some more like the kindling sort of things, kind of smaller than your pinky-ish. Then you kind of get to the middle of the branch, and look at that crack. That means that this is going to be amazing firewood and it's going to be burning really well. So this next chunk, it's kind of more so the size of your thumb, so it's kind of that nice middle ground. And then at the end of this is a lot bigger than my thumb, but it's definitely still smaller than my wrist. Again, if you're doing cooking fires, anything more than your wrist is more trouble than it's worth. It's not as helpful as you would think. This is kind of just right underneath that barrier, and it's kind of larger wood to keep the fire going if you're still prepping your food, or when you're boiling your water to either make noodles or just to have it ready for when you're cleaning everything once you're done cooking. You might want to have some bigger logs just so you can keep that fire going, keep it hot, get that water to boil as quickly and efficiently as you can. Alright, so we kind of have a little bit of a time-lapse set up so you can see me step by step making this little starter fire. To deconstruct it a little bit, in the middle you can kind of see where more of the kindling is. Those really small, less than a pinky sized things. Up north on Lake of the Woods, we always use birch bark. Birch bark is a gift from the gods. It has a low starting temperature, but when it burns really hot. So pretend that we have a lot of that stuff kind of whipped in the middle here. You have your kindling in the middle, then you kind of have your larger logs, maybe something like the size of your thumb or like a regular finger, just so that when the kindling gets going, that's going to burn out a little quicker. It doesn't burn as hot. So you want those thicker pieces to get the fire actually going, give it a little bit more fuel. And then as you're getting towards the top of it is when I'll usually put some larger sticks, kind of that wrist size or maybe a little smaller. One, it kind of holds everything down in case it's a little windy, but then also the same sort of idea. You have your smaller stuff to get the fire the small starting energy, and then as it gets bigger, you're giving it that extra fuel source that you can get that solid start of a fire, and you don't have to worry of it blowing out, it going out, because maybe some of the wood's not as dry as some of the other stuff. And then you're kind of ready to have a meaty fire going, to boil some water, to get that good coal base for when you're cooking, things like that. Alright, there's a couple different ways you can start a fire. Obviously, if you got a lighter, go for it. But again, us at Lake Trails, we like to pride ourselves on our ability to do a one-match fire. So let's see if I can pull one of those off for you here today. Go ahead. Oh, that was big for one match. I almost cried when he moved. And there you have it. I started a fire in one match. All right, so this has been Riley from Lake Trails trying to help you guys out, talking about getting firewood, how to start your fire, all that sort of thing. Maybe next time, one of my co-guides, we can try and tell you the difference between bonfires. You know, you got your TP, your log stack, that stuff, and then kind of the importance and structure of how you do a cooking fire, because they are completely different. This is Lake Trails, checking out.